Well, a monumental moment now for Canadian Michael Czerny, as today he officially became a cardinal.
Michael Czerny, arciepiscopum titulo beneventensem.
Pope Francis led the ceremony at St. Peter's Basilica at the Vatican, and there he elevated 13 Roman Catholic priests to the rank of cardinal. Among them, Czerny, who was born in Czechoslovakia but raised in Montreal. He becomes Canada's 4th cardinal. Our Megan Williams has more now from outside St. Peter's Basilica.
Michael Czerny was never someone who was considered to be on the cardinal track. He worked primarily on issues of migrants, refugees. He also led the churches or the Jesuits' outreach in Africa on HIV and AIDS. He's somebody also who was very involved in social justice issues in Central America. He brokered a very important peace deal in El Salvador. Apart from the fact that generally people who work in social issues don't become cardinals, he's also a Jesuit, which is a fairly rare situation when a Jesuit becomes a cardinal. And he wasn't even a bishop. The Pope had to make him a bishop yesterday in order to follow Vatican rules, where you have to be a bishop before you become a cardinal. So all three of those things made it seem like Michael Czerny would be a very long shot, and yet here he was today becoming a prince of the church.
And what does his confirmation say, or his elevation say, about the type of people that Pope Francis wants in the Catholic Church? What does it say about the direction that he might be taking the Catholic Church going forward?
Well, it only confirms further the direction that Pope Francis is taking the church. And I mean, Michael Czerny heads here at the Vatican the section on migrants and refugees. Now, that's an issue that's been very close to Pope Francis's heart. He speaks out on behalf of the plight of migrants and refugees regularly. The other thing, as you mentioned earlier, is Michael Czerny was one of the main authors in Laudato Si, which was the Pope's sort of policy paper, the Vatican policy paper on the environment. And in that policy paper, it wasn't just a call to world leaders to take action against climate change, but it was also a very articulated, hard-hitting analysis of social and economic injustice throughout the world. So Michael Czerny, as one of his friends said, if you had to describe him and his values, he's Pope Francis. They're perfectly aligned. So the fact that he has joined the cardinals, and he's also a voting cardinal, he's under the age of 80. So that means he will have an influence in who the next pope will be.